possibly the earliest known postcard signed by Hemingway, a letter written by Monet, and 2 plays extracted from Shakespeare's First Folio. Hello and welcome to the Antiquarian Outlook for week 20 of 2026, starting May 11th. I'm Spencer W. Stuart. Details below about my collection advisory services, but let's get into last week's results. Tuesday, Kedem auctions in Israel had books, letters, and manuscripts. There were 277 lots offered, of which 273 sold, making for a 98.5% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was for 2 lots, lot 181, 4 manuscripts connected to the work of Yehuda Yisrael from the late 19th or early 20th century. Bidding was set to start at $300, realizing just above $14,000, as well as lot 200, posters announcing the establishment of the Paris Sanhedrin in 1806. Bidding was again set to start at $300, realizing over $14,000. A buy-in of note from the sale, and one familiar to others who follow the show, lot 277, preparatory sketches for the Kimberley Synagogue in South Africa from 1902. Bidding was set to start at $1,800. Still with Tuesday, Rossini had Photo Themes 13. There were 200 lots offered, of which 52 sold, making for a 26% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 81, Boissonet's From the Top of the Acropolis at Sunset from 1910, a vintage silver print. Estimates were set at €250 to €300, realizing $420. A buy-in of note, lot 106, Chazal's The Road to Raqqa, taken in 2018. Estimates were set at €400 to €600. Next sale, Tessier and Sarrou had an online sale of movie posters. There were 609 lots offered, of which 455 sold, making for a 75% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 354, a French Star Wars poster. Highest bidder was €865. Finishing off Tuesday, Crafoord Auctioneers in Sweden had the Lars Nilsson collection of photographic literature. There were 248 lots offered, of which 148 sold, making for a 60% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 220, William Klein's Rome. Bidding was set to start at €184, realizing just above $500. On to Wednesday, Dominic Winter Books had printed books, maps, and documents. There were 538 lots offered, of which 488 sold, making for a 91% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 74, John Speed's The Theatre of the Empire of Great Britain from 1616. Estimates were set at £20,000 to £30,000, realizing $30,000. A buy-in of note, lot 349, Diderot's Encyclopedia, published between 1751 and 1777 in 33 volumes. Estimates were set at £8,000 to £12,000. Next sale, Forum Auctions had modern and contemporary editions. There were 335 lots offered, of which 266 sold, making for a 79% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 112, James McQueen's My Castle, My Rules, an original painting on a vintage door. Estimates were set at £5,000 to £7,000, realizing $17. A buy-in of note, lot 2, Damien Hirst's H18-4 Splendor from the Kaleidoscope series. Estimates were set at £6,000 to £8,000. Next sale, RR Auctions had fine autographs and artifacts. There were 413 lots offered, of which all of them sold. Highest price realized was lot 189, Thomas Cranmer's personal copy of the 4 General Church Councils from 1524, heavily annotated. Bidding was set to start at $150,000, realizing just above $127,500. A lot that exceeded expectation was 442, an autograph letter signed by Claude Monet. Bidding was set to start at $800, realizing just below $27,000. Next sale, Purcell Auctioneers in Ireland had a book auction. There were 569 lots offered, of which 440 sold, making for a 77% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 209, Poor Law Commissioner's report from 1847, relating to the Irish poorhouses at the height of the Great Famine. Estimates were set at €600 to €900, realizing $2,200. A lot that exceeded expectation was 488, Dawson's 1819 study of canal extensions in Ireland. Estimates were set at €50 to €100, realizing $440. On to Thursday, Potter & Potter Auctions had fine books and manuscripts. There were 495 lots offered, of which 405 sold, making for an 82% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 253, an autographed postcard signed by Ernest Hemingway to his father as a child, dated around 1907. Estimates were set at $5,000 to $10,000, realizing $14,400. A buy-in of note, lot 248, an autograph letter signed by Ernest Hemingway to Arnold Gingrich from 1933. Estimates were set at $7,500 to $15,000. A lot that exceeded expectation was 381, Francis Barrett's The Magus from 1801. Estimates were set at $800 to $1,200, realizing $7,800. Next sale, PBA Galleries had Americana, World History, and Maps. There were 371 lots offered, of which 219 sold, making for a 59% sell-through rate. Highest price realized was lot 339, a Clark oleograph of the Yosemite Valley from 1873. Estimates were set at $300 to $500, realizing $8,750. A buy-in of note, lot 137, an incredibly large group of printed writings by Oscar Lewis, all signed. Estimates were set at $7,000 to $10,000. A lot that exceeded expectation was 112, an autograph letter signed by Abigail Fillmore from 1841. Estimates were set at $300 to $500, realizing $3,125. On to Friday, Freeman's had The Library of Stephen J. Farber. There were 274 lots offered, of which all of them sold. Highest price realized was lot 194, 2 complete plays extracted from Shakespeare's First Folio, As You Like It, as well as Taming of the Shrew. Estimates were set at $30,000 to $50,000, realizing $70,400. A lot that exceeded expectation was 173, the first appearance of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. Estimates were set at $8,000 to $12,000, realizing $35,200. Well, that's been the week from here. What'd you think of last week's results? Anything surprise you? Anything you had your eye on? Make sure to put some comments below and we'll keep the conversation going. If you want to stay up to date, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on your notifications, and let others know about this program. In the news, registration remains open for June sessions of the Collecting Insights webinars at the Expanding and Legacy level. As always, registrants receive a complimentary copy of Contemporary Issues and Rare Books and Manuscript Collecting. If you have any questions about the course content, do not hesitate to get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. For a hyperlinked list of next week's auctions we have an eye on, also please get in touch with us directly. The Antiquarian Outlook is totally independent. Its producers do not hold inventory, nor do they represent any consignments or acquisitions mentioned. We'll be out in assignment for the next couple weeks, but we'll be resuming coverage for week 24 of 2026. Thanks again for tuning in. All for now, and we'll see you then.